Good morning, Anastasia. How are you today? Hopefully your day is a good one. As you can see, it's dark here. It's overcast, but I don't think it's going to rain today. It rained and it rained and it rained yesterday. Night was okay. I slept at my desk for a while before I got up and went to bed. I was just looking at my computer this morning right before we left for this walk, and I must have fell asleep with my head down on the keyboard because there was extra things on my computer this morning. It was funny. I had to go through and close out a bunch of stuff. Was today market day or farm day? Did you have to travel out for goods today? Or were you already fully stocked? I gotta clean up after Toby here. Hold on a second, folks. Let me put you down for a minute so I can do some cleanup work. Hold on, Toby. I gotta clean up. Hold on, Tobes. Oh, I don't have to look for that. That's right there. Hold on, Toby. It's like if you don't clean up after your animal, people will come out of their houses and yell at you about it. So we always do. It's the right thing to do. I'm one of those people that have come out of their house and yelled at people who didn't clean up after their dog after it pooped in my yard. Several times. Hey, no butt stuff. How's it going? Are we having a good day? We're just out on our Toby walk. Yeah, I pay attention to where I let him go to the bathroom at. As silly as it sounds. Like ahead of us, I don't let him go to the bathroom from the sidewalk to the houses. I always keep him from the, not always, but 99% of the time I keep him from the sidewalk to the curb. I don't want him going to the bathroom on shrubs and plants, stuff that people paid for, you know what I mean? Come on, Toby. He's gonna be a pistol today. We got him on the retractable lead, so he's got 16 feet of freedom, and he's gonna use it. I just gotta drag him along. Did you go to the market today, Anastasia, or did you go to the farm? Hey, love, floor life. Did I pronounce that right? How you doing this morning? This is our boy Toby. We're supposed to be walking, but every time I gotta read the chat, I gotta stop because I can't walk and read at the same time. I can walk and chew gum at the same time though. Walk and talk, but I can't see that little print. Come on, Tobus. Come on, Tobus. Gotta drag him away from the corner of everything. I think it's like 62, 63 degrees out. It's gonna be a nice morning. We're gonna deviate for one block here. Our plan today is to walk a half hour straight south, turn around on the next road over, and walk a half hour back north, and get to work. I just wanted to look at this house here on the corner. This house was, I think they said they pulled 6 dumpsters worth of trash out of it. There was a hoarder of people lived there. This beautiful house. I've been walking by here for 40 years, and I've always really liked that house. But it was so full of junk. You could see through the windows. It was piled from floor to ceiling, all up against the windows even. And a couple of weeks ago, one of the people working on the remodel, one of the bosses took me for a walk through there. Toby also. We both went through. It's really nice inside. Now that they got all the junk out of it, it's got wood floors, nice wood floors, and cool fireplace, nice woodwork. They just put brand new roof and brand new windows on it. They took all the shrubs around it. There was stuff super overgrown. You could barely see the front of the house. They took everything. There was a nice huge blackberry bush. And they took it all out. It's looking nice. Look at that. They paid $41,000 cash for it, USD. If it would have been fixed up, it would have been probably $100,000, not $40,000. But it needs so much work that it went real cheap, and they wanted a cash, $40,000 cash. By the time they get done with it, it's going to be $100,000. Probably more, $120,000 house. It's brick. That's really nice. The windows look good in there. Who cares? We care, YM. Thanks for stopping by, YM. Where are you from? We're in the Midwest here. Trying to read this. Let's see. Oh, you went to the market today, Anna? Yeah, it's a really nice color brick. Western side of the state. Oh, Michigan? Cool. We're going to be over there for a dog show in Grand Rapids. I think it's a month and a half away. We still haven't registered yet. We've been there a couple of times. We've got dog show this weekend downstate in Monroe. Old Toby boy. His coat's looking a little... His coat's looking a little worn. It's the time of the year that the dogs blow their coats, and I just noticed that He's missing a lot of hair on the back of his neck where the collar rides. I mean the long hair. It probably broke. He had a lot of breakage yesterday or 2 days ago when we got caught in the rainstorm, and he had a leather collar on. It probably didn't do him any good. So we're gonna see what the groomer says. I'm sure we'll still go to the show, but if she says it's messed up, then maybe we won't go. There's only a few dogs this weekend. I think there's 4 border collies on Saturday. It's a good chance to pick up some points if we can get a win in, but they won't be big points like what was available last week, last show and the show before that. Oh, I never saw it, YM. I don't deal with the Smith and Wesson or the Colt while I got the dog. The dog's just a good deterrent. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't see it. That probably YouTube probably took that off. I'm in a pretty safe area. You don't hear of any muggings in this town. About all you got. The only thing we got to worry about is the old ladies. They come out of the house yelling at us about this, that, or the other. Do I carry pepper spray? No, I should. We've actually been, I call it, attacked by dogs probably 3 times within the last year. Once it was right shoot on our own block. There's some people down at the end that have little ankle biters and they don't keep them locked up very well. And they jumped on Toby at a corner. And then another time we had a dog come after us, chased us for like 3 blocks, and wouldn't leave us alone. I ended up kicking it. Uh-oh. It's the time of the morning where kids are getting ready for school, and I can hear a mom yelling at the kids to get ready. But anyway, that dog chased us. Yeah, I'll need to get some pepper spray. I've been thinking about it. No, I didn't see what he was saying. Anastasia, good morning. Helen, how's it going? I didn't see. You know, when I'm walking, I can't see this. I can't see. How's your day? Yeah, I get that, YM. Living close to the interstate, and especially if there's a roadside park there near your town too. The ones that were right around Saginaw, they closed for that very reason of crime. How's your day going today, Helen? What did we cook for breakfast and lunch? All those good questions. We don't try to do breakfast till after we get back from our walk. That's when I feed Toby and Ike the cat. And then I'll take some medicine and eat some candy. Wash it all down with some soda pop. Great breakfast. Oh, geez, we turned, Tobe. I forgot what I was doing. We were going to walk a half hour straight south and a half hour back north. Come on, Toby. Let's cut across. Good morning, Bleezy. How are you? Oh, I'm so sorry, Helen. You know, you can't blame Anastasia. It was my fault. But we can't get into it here. This is Saint Stanislaus Church. We come by here a lot. I know I've shown you guys this church before. And we got the Virgin Mary right here. The rectory, the church, and the school. Look at the size of that school. It's a huge ass building. I got too many things in my pockets. My pants are falling down like the young kids do these days. Uh-oh. Anastasia says she's not here. Well, you got to be here to see the church, right? You got to be here to say hi to the church. Nice church. It's a Catholic church. All the big churches in town are Catholics, except the ones that we went by the other day, the Episcopalian and the Lutherans or whatever it was. I don't even remember. They got nice churches, but they're not as big as the Catholic churches. That's the school. Look at the size of that building. Imagine how many kids went to that school. And we still have all kinds of public schools here. Well, you know, back in the day there was more public schools open than there are now. They've been consolidated because there's less kids. But the public schools were full, and so were all these religious schools. Back in the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and all the years before that. I think I see the cornerstone over there, but I can't tell the year from here to know when that was built. Uh-oh. Neither are here. So it's just me and Toby. Hey, little buddy. This is the hair that's, like you can see right here. See this long hair on his cape? Well, his long hair up here is not there. Look, it's busted off. Plus, he's been doing a lot of that right there, scratching. It's that time of the year. It's that time of the year that they're going to blow their coats. Last year and the year before, he didn't blow his coat that much, that bad. But this year, every day the carpet's covered. You got to go through and clean it every day. Little Toby. Well, Tobe, let's get going again. We stood here long enough, or sat here long enough. Get everything back in my pockets here. Okay, let's go, buddy. Stained glass windows. They put storm windows over the stained glass so you can't see them. Hold on, Toby. We're going to have to make a run for it in a second. one more, and then we'll go. Come on. Here's our neighborhood 7-Eleven. I'm a guy that buys all the 7-Up here, makes them restock. They bring a whole truck. It's about a week's supply for me. Yeah, there's a rectory building right next door to the church that the priests live in. I'm sure they have at least 2. They probably got more. They actually have come on. They have different language masses also. Several of the churches have, like, they'll have Spanish or Polish. I don't believe any of the churches here. Yeah, I think there is that do Latin, that still do the Latin Mass. It's nice here, Bleezy. It's a good place to raise your family. Laid back town. It was a lot bigger years ago. I think we're down to between 35, 40,000 in the city. But then we have townships that border the city, and they're built up like suburbs. Not that this is a big city, but they're built up like suburbs. That's where most of the shopping is. A lot of the housing in town is older. A lot older housing. Where the township housing is probably 99% newer. We're in Bay City, in Michigan. Skies are charcoal gray. Come on. Come on, little buddy. I'm a bad dad. I let him stop. I let him stop at wherever he wants to stop. Come on. Come on, you don't drink that. Come on, I got water for you. I know Dayton. I've been through a bunch of times. Up and down I-7. Oh, wait a minute. You're between the sidewalk and the house. Up and down 75. Yeah, Michigan's a good place to live. Ha ha. Leave it. Leave it. Leave it. People put food out for the neighborhood animals, but that does nothing but pass disease along. The first sick dog or cat or skunk, possum that eats out of it or drinks out of it is going to infect everybody else. There was a bowl on the ground, Anna, that somebody put food in for their outdoor animals. But I try not to let them eat stuff off the ground. It's tough. It's like watching a 2 year old around the house putting everything in their mouth. Gotta constantly be watching. You never know what he's gonna get into. And if it's safe or not. We're gonna turn at the rail trail up here and head back north. We've surprisingly gone a half hour already. We haven't seen any squirrels yet this morning, or rabbits. I'm surprised. Hey. Uh-oh. Now comes the fun part. I'm gonna set you guys down for a minute while I clean up after Toby. Let's see if this will stand up. There we go. Oh, I can smell it, Toby. I know it's here. Over here. Over here. Over here. Woohoo, the fun part. I guess it's better than wiping a baby's butt, though. Here you don't got to worry about them going to the bathroom on you while you're cleaning up with the dog. Whew. But I got to tell you, these poop bags I use, no matter with any plastic bag, the smell does not stay in the bag no matter what you do. I bring you old Ziplocs with me, and after I tie it up in the little bag, I stick it in a Ziploc so it can ride in my pocket. Yeah, I just noticed that hair breakage last night on him. That's a bummer. That's going to take months to grow back. Come on, Bubba. We're hoping for a win this weekend. This way, this way. We're hoping to get us a win this weekend, at least one of the days. Hopefully Saturday. If we can only get one, it's the Saturday we want. Made it to the rail trail. We're going to cut over a block or two and then head north. Then by the time we get home, we'll have our time in. Chat time will be done, and it'll be time for me to get to work. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Come on. Come on. It's like flying a giant kite. He's moving really good too. We haven't been on the bicycle run since the last show, which was 2 weeks ago. We've taken 2 weeks off just because my knees are hurting. Not that I'm giving them a break or anything. I'm giving myself a break. But hopefully we put on enough muscle to get us to a best of breed. We've had best of breed twice before. But both of those times he was the only border collie there. But I wasn't complaining because if you win your breed, that means you get to go to the next level. So we got to go to the next level 2 times and experience that, where you go best of group. He's a herding dog, so it's best of the herding group. And that's where it's a lot of stiff competition. Come on. Last dog show we got on the last 4 dog shows weekend, we beat a couple of pro handlers. So on the Saturday, on the Sunday, we didn't get nothing. I'm surprised there's that many in our breed. I was told a long time ago that most of the people were owner handlers. Come on, Tobe. Come on, little buddy. He's running free in everybody's yard. Look at that. Well, not free, but you can see these border collies. They don't stay in a straight line. They are everywhere. So what will be 3 miles for me will probably be 4 miles for him, because he wanders sideways so much. Well, maybe not 4 miles, but I know he's walking further than I am. But we'll get our 3 miles in today for sure. Keep talking, you're almost falling asleep. Well, that's a great compliment. I appreciate that. So I know it works. Lull them to sleep, and then the computer just stays on, and they stay for the whole live stream instead of 7.14 minutes. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Anna, or Helen, did you see Anna's live stream, the ending yesterday? I know you were there at the end. Did you watch the whole thing? She's really getting good at the extended ending. She didn't quite stretch it out as far as she did the couple days before that with when Goga was there getting a class on how to end. But she's perfecting it. The forever ending. I'm gonna have to start rewatching those. What is your first music out? The voice is soothing. Oh, when is your first music out? The voice is soothing. Right, I talk real slow. Come here, baby, and get put to sleep. I can make music for people taking care of little kids. Just put my music on at nap time. Ooh, look at all the scary. They even got a funeral procession. Look at that. They even got the funeral going. You see that, folks? Come here, Toby. Don't pee on nothing. Right there, they got the horse-drawn hearse. Look at that. Ooh. And there's a casket way in the back. Look at that. Oh, look at the gargoyle. Woo! When I must have been about 8 years old, I watched a movie on TV. I'm sure it was on TV. Might have been at the movies, but it was called The Gargoyles. And it was those gargoyles like that. They were stone gargoyles on the buildings, and at night they'd come alive and wreak havoc. Evil demons. It scared the hell out of me. Nightmares for years. Same thing with that movie, The Exorcist. Oh, I think I was 10 years old, 11 years old maybe, when The Exorcist came out. Linda Blair. That movie, The Exorcist. And I was living with my dad and number 2 stepmom. She was crazy. In a good way, crazy good. Number 3 stepmom was crazy bad. But I wanted to see that movie. And when it first came out, it was rated X. Because it was so terrible, so scary, so nasty. And she took all the teenagers and me. I was just a little guy. She took all the kids and we all went down there. And the movie theater said that, oh, that little kid can't come in here. He can't come in here. And she threw such a fit that they said, heck with it, sell him a ticket. And there I was at 11 years old watching The Exorcist on the big screen at the movie theater. That was another one that wrecked me. They don't let little kids into those movies like that for a reason. Scared the hell out of me. Scared the hell out of me. Haha, yeah. That's yes, Helen. I'm going to read that to the crowd. Yes, I was there till bitter end. She now says an ending and we have to wait an hour for it. Ha ha ha. Right. Right. Isn't that perfect? Isn't that perfect? She said, we must end. I threw up a game over and she wasn't ready. She went right past that game over. Then a little while later, she said, "Oh, I'm gonna end. I'll be ending now." And so I threw up another game over, but she wasn't ready. She went right past that game over also. So then when she was actually done and said, "Come on, throw me some game overs," well, I was scared to throw my game over up there. I figured she'd trample over it again. No, Toby, you can't drink no water there. That's nasty. That's where the grease trap from whatever fryer they got empties out. They're supposed to have a bin under there, but they're just letting it fall onto the concrete. Anna has perfected the art of the long ending. She put on a class for Goga, I think it was 3 days ago. It might have been 4 days ago. The day after Goga put on a class for us. It must have been, what's today? Thursday. So the class was last Wednesday on how to stretch your endings out to keep the people on your channel. And it must have been the very next day or the next day after that Anna showed Goga what she learned. I'm so proud. My friend Anna mastered the lesson and then taught the teacher. Look at that, Toby's taking a break. Come on, Toby, we got a few blocks to go, man. It'll be time to get to work by the time we get home. Gotta quit starting late. It feels so good though to just lay there in bed. Especially after the alarm went off the second time. I felt like I was winning. Because I wasn't paying no attention to that alarm. I beat that alarm today only. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, Toby. Look how late you were. I saw it before you did. Little red squirrel. He was having a good time a couple of days ago with those, the black and the gray squirrels. I think they're called gray. No, they're called black. And then they also have the gray. These red squirrels here, they're called fox squirrels, I believe. Come on. Come on. Come on. I can hear people admiring Toby from inside their house as we walk by. Everybody loves the Tobe. Everywhere they go, everywhere we go, I let all the people pet him. He's such a good boy. Can you see the trees? Look at the red on that one. Look at the red change in there. Pretty soon the whole tree will be red. That one, no leaves, that's probably dead already. There, Toby saw that one that time. Come on, Bubba. This lot right here is for sale. The house burned. The house burned down. There's a garage left. Nice garage too. It's cinder block. Looks like it's probably 75 by 100. Nice spot. Come build yourself a house. Come build yourself a house. Come on, Toby. Pretty nice neighborhood. You'll be neighbors with this guy. Yes, Helen, they admire him just like you do. Everywhere we go, everybody loves the Toby. We went to our kennel club meeting last night. He sat in the car. Nobody brings their dogs inside, even though it's a dog club. Come on, you can't go in there. It's a dog club, but we don't bring our dogs with us to the meetings. Isn't that funny? But anyway, they're planning stuff out 2 years away. I can't even plan something for next weekend. Holy smokes. I'm putting things in my calendar for 2 years away. Hope I'll still be there. Come on. There's a really nice looking German Shepherd I saw in the house up here on the right on the corner. I've only seen it like twice, and it's a puppy. Maybe I keep coming by here to maybe we can see it again. Come on, Bubba. Come on, Bubba. I don't see it yet. Maybe it's on the side. Nope, no German Shepherd puppy. I didn't realize they were fixing the roads this far away. They were coming this far. They're getting ready to lay the blacktop down, the asphalt. They've got it all compacted. They tore the road out, then they tore the whole road bed out down to the dirt and put a whole new road bed in. They've been working on compacting it with a steamroller. I don't think they call it a steamroller anymore. I think they just call it a roller. Come on. They got all the new corners in, the sidewalks that they were fixing in. They fixed all the curbs they're gonna fix. Now I think this area is just waiting for blacktop. It's gonna look nice, and it'll be nice that they fix these roads, but that blacktop stinks. There's the machine that takes up the old road. Excuse me. Sorry for all the shaking. There's the machine that scrapes up the old road bed. Not the bed, but the blacktop. It eats it right up. Oh, I didn't see your question, Helen. Let me look back. What is my biggest fear? My biggest fear, I fear make-believe stuff. Besides, well, my biggest fear, really? Going broke. Growing broke before I can retire. That'd be funny. That'd be terrible. I was going to say that'd be funny, but no, it's not. No, the things that make the hair stand up on the back of my neck and give me chills are when I see like vampires or zombies on TV. I don't watch no scary stuff like that at all, because it gives me nightmares. When I was a kid, I craved it. I watched it all the time. But once I got old, that shit just scares me. Even though you know it's not real and it's not going to happen. I still haven't heard anything about the gunshots over in my neighborhood last week. The next day there was a police officer and they were knocking on doors. I talked to one, but I never heard anything about it. We'll walk by this construction here. It might get kind of loud. The trucks are still running. They leave their trucks running. Come on, come on. Another big fear is opening the back door, to call Toby in after he's been out for the bathroom and him not being there. That's a big fear too. I keep the gate locked, but you never know. He jumped out of the car window a couple times already. Once while it was moving. I didn't even know he jumped out. I turned around and looked. I was talking to him and I turned around. I didn't see him in the rearview mirror. And he wasn't even in the car. I slammed on the brakes. This was probably a month to 6 weeks ago. I slammed on the brakes right in the middle of the intersection. I threw it in park, left my car right in the middle of the intersection and hopped out and went running, screaming his name. Hi, Toby! He came running down the street on a side street, but he wasn't running because I was calling him. He was running because he was chasing a cat. There was 2 cats, and he had seen these 2 cats and jumped out the damn window. Crazy. While the car was moving, I was going about 10 miles an hour. Needless to say, he hasn't ridden with car windows open in the back since. I told him right when it happened that you just lost your window privileges, buddy. I can't believe he jumped out of there. Cannot believe it. Good thing the cat ran back towards me. Oh, look at that. How's it going? God will never fail us. How you today? Hi, Malkaya. How are you? Thanks for coming by. You come by just in time. We've got about 5.5 minutes to go here. We'll get an hour in, and then I got to get to work. We just stopped by where the green beans have gotten past me. I done missed. Once I miss them, once I miss picking them one day, and they start getting big, I just leave them. And I just keep picking the ones that are the right size after that, like that. I'm not going to pick this giant one for dinner. But my neighbor across the street's going to can them. She's going to make hot green beans, hot pepper green beans. We got a lot of green beans, a lot of giant ones. And the peas, I'm letting the peas in the back planter go to form the peas, and I'll pick those when they dry. I'll have some dry peas instead of eating them as pea pods this time. Hi Lillian, how's it going? How you been? How was your day? Hey Nate, good morning from my side. Here's our boy. He's got some leaves on him. Look at that kid itching, itching, itching. Last year and the year before, he didn't shed like this. Now he's pulling out hair. But it's normal. Come on, Bubba. And there's Ike Kitty Kitty. He's going to come walk with us. The three dudes. It's funny, the cat will walk around with us. But he stays right here in this yard and then the next door neighbor's yard. The other day, he went across the street and the neighbor's dog stepped towards him and he ran. The neighbor told me the story and he ran back over here. Come on, Toby. Oh, look at this guy's grass like he doesn't care. I told you guys yesterday that my lawn kid hasn't showed up for 2 weeks. So, the grass hasn't been cut. So I called the other fellow yesterday. What's today? Thursday. I called the other fellow Tuesday. And he was going to come yesterday, only it rained all day. And as you can see, it's still super wet. We'll walk for our last 5 minutes here. Hey, Toby. Say hello to Lillian. There you go. He just wants to walk, walk, walk. Yeah, you can see where his collar rubs on that white, the end of the white hair there by where the black starts. That's why he's missing that hair from it rubbing. It didn't help the other day with a wet leather collar yesterday. Rubbing on that. Oh, look at that cat. That cat's still coming. I wasn't paying attention. I'd have thrown him across the street. Or, I'm not across the street, across the fence. Sometimes I'll pick him up when he's following us. I'll pick him up and set him on the other side of the fence in the backyard. Come on, Toby. So he won't follow us, and we try to get away real quick. I don't want him to get lost. He's an indoor kitty. Whoa, here comes a car too. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's an indoor kitty. He doesn't know nothing about being outside. So for years, I had been told he was 17 years old. For years. Last time I asked, I was told he was 17. Yesterday, daughter sent me a text saying that yesterday was his birthday and that he's 13. So he's a 13-year-old kitty. Two buddies. Is that your buddy, Toby? Is that your buddy? You and Ike? You and Ike, kitty kitty? Bonus footage, folks. Look at that. We'll have to put that in a short. Well, I wanted to sit down and talk, but everything's soaking wet. So we'll stand here for a couple of minutes. There was a tree, a big, probably 120-year-old tree here that got taken down 2 falls ago, I'm thinking. I don't think it was last year. It might have been the beginning of last year, or the end of the fall before. But they dug the stump out and everything. And look what I woke up to. It's rained for a couple of days, and look what sprouted right where the tree was. It's right where the base of the tree was. All those mushrooms. Look at that. Nasty. You can't eat them. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll have to get some fungicide and see if we can't kill them. That's not just a little couple of mushrooms either. That's crazy. I've never had nothing like this in my yard. Too bad they're not edible mushrooms. Look at them. Holy cow, it's just humongous. Yeah, they popped up. Must have been last night, yesterday afternoon. Those are already dead. Here's the ones that popped up today. The light colored ones. Those the grayish ones are from yesterday, and those are today's. Look at that. You know, and I have the lawn care people come. And every time I have something out of the ordinary, they tell me, well, you'll have to get something different for that. We don't do that. What the heck? The next door neighbor kid, the grandson, every year I have to remind him not to ride his bike in my yard. Look at that. Why would you have to remind a kid every year? Oh well, kids will be kids. Come on, Toby. Let's move on. Malkaya, it's time for Titlepro and Toby to say goodbye. Time to say goodbye. Our time is up. Time for 8 o'clock. It's time for me to get to work. We only got an hour's worth of walk-in today. Look, Toby's already done. Look at him. He's just laying there. Yes, ma'am, Nate DeChovy. Game over. Game over, game over. Game over, game over. We love you too, Maria. We love you too. Much love right back at you, Nate. Yeah, he's a beautiful boy. He sure is. Hopefully the judges find him beautiful this weekend too. We want to win. We want to win big this weekend at the dog show. Thanks, folks, for coming by. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for throwing us a like if you did. And if you didn't like it, thanks for not being mean and nasty to us. Have a good day. And we'll probably see you tomorrow. No promises, but probably. Oh, we'll have to bring the face. Let me get down here with my boy Toby. Come here, Tobe. Come here, Tobe. Thanks so much for coming by, everybody. And we'll see you next time. We'll see you next time. You got a splash of the face. Remember, he's the star. I'm just the cameraman. There's the star right there. I'm just the cameraman. Y'all behave, and I'll see you on the streets. Time for me and this boy. Time for me to get to work, and time for this boy to eat. Y'all behave. We'll see you next time. Bye.